Do have some confessions here. What kind of secrets are you holding on to? You can let us know. Text it into us anonymously, 877-979-WRMF. Nobody will know, right? Just be a fun little thing. You can hear your secret on the radio. This person texts in. They said, I was on my daily run the other morning when I got some ravenous poopy cramps. So I dipped behind some bushes and just let it fly.
Oh, boy.
Then I wiped with my sock and continued running home.
What did you do with the sock? Where did the sock go?
I think you leave it behind.
In the bushes, yeah.
I mean, you don't put it in your pocket.
That's what I'm saying, man. That ain't cool.
You should dig a hole and bury it.
I agree. That shouldn't be out.
It should just be loose, waiting for the next storm to kick it up.
I said I couldn't believe that nobody saw me. But then a day later, a blurry photo of me popped up on Nextdoor. My neighbor had a camera I was unaware of, and now my whole neighborhood is convinced that it's this homeless guy that we all see quite often. I hate that he's taken the blame, but I doubt he's on Nextdoor. So, wow. How about that, huh?
How do you guys feel about that? If someone does have to, they have poopy cramps and they got to crap themselves, you get it. You go behind a bush or something if that's what has to happen. But we don't leave the sock around.
You got to bury the sock. Or instead of using a sock, use a leaf. And then you don't have to bury it. Then you can just leave it.
Look, I know somebody who had to use leaves before, and they said it was one of the most horrific things they've ever had to go through.
It's not good, no.
So what you do, because I've done this, you get a leaf off the tree. You don't get a leaf off the ground. You pick a fresh leaf off of a bush or something. Hopefully you're hiding behind a bush.
Get in the bushes.
Get a fresh leaf off the bush. Don't get one off the ground.
You are going on record right now and saying you have done this with a fresh leaf.
Yep.
I have too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, join the club.
It was a maple leaf, and my finger went right through. And it was an unpleasant and shocking experience.
Oh, my God.
You need a thicker leaf.
You need a thicker leaf.
Don't wipe with maple, dog.
How strong is your bung?
I just think he picked the wrong leaf.
It's just how weak is the leaf, yeah.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with my beehole.
Oh, she has those Tequesta plants out there. She got the Tequesta leaves. They're all thick and lush.
We got big leaves.
Okay. Just make sure they're thick and sturdy. This confession says, back in the day, my boss wanted to have an affair with me. One day, she cornered me in her office and grabbed my junk and asked if I wanted to get dirty.
Whoa.
Jay Bird's at attention.
I politely declined.
Oh, no.
She then squeezed my junk and called me a bitch and walked away.
Oh, no.
And now, in hindsight, I should have done it.
No, that's such an uncomfortable situation to be put in. And then the squeeze. Those things are attached,
Yeah, it's true. Well,
We
it was
know.
junk. I don't know that she was...
You still you're grabbing.
Show me on Kevin what she did.
No, thank you.
No, Boston. I don't go near that thing. Boston Ralston will take me.
Make you think you're pregnant for 2 weeks.
That's right. Yes. This confession says, I love licking walls.
What?
Whenever I enter a room, I lick the walls to see what they taste like.
Oh, gross.
The sensation of the rough surface against my tongue is just too tempting. I even carry a small spray bottle of water with me to wet the walls when they're too dry for my liking.
You've obviously never worked in a radio station.
People,
That's weird,
people
man.
do weird things, man. That show, My Strange Addiction.
Yeah.
There's always somebody weirder than you out there, and it's stuff that you wouldn't even imagine in your mind.
I doubt there's somebody weirder than you.
I don't lick walls, but I honestly will say lickable wallpaper has a place in this world. If you were able to make, just like Willy Wonka, the raspberries taste like raspberries, the snozberries taste like snozberries.
The ants love it.
There's some things to work
The doo-doo
out.
stains taste like doo-doo stains.
I'm sure the technology's there.
This confession says, whenever leaving or we have the birthday cards that they pass around at work, I always add a message from a completely made-up employee.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I like to imagine the recipient ends up incredibly confused.
Oh, I love that.
Okay. Depends on how big your office is. You could send me one, and I would be like, who?
Kevin will never read it, first of all. He'll scan it once, and then that's it. He'll never pick it up again.
He might not even open it.
He might not even open it. But maybe like write something kind of inappropriate and then
Yes.
sign it like from Victor in accounting.
That used to be my favorite bit. We would bring people in that have worked with us for 5 years, and Kevin had to guess their names, but he never got it right. It was such. We should bring that back.
We could play right now because
Oh, you know,
there's a lot of new faces.
Yeah,
There's a lot of old faces. I think.
I think actually the game was, do they even work here? And I would miss
It
that.
was. It was. Do they even more? That's funny.
The extra credit was the name, and yeah. This confession says, I used 2 Facebook accounts to mess with my ex's girlfriend. He cheated on me with her, and every time I see him active on my fake account, I sign into my real account so she sees our last active was at the same time.
Oh,
Okay.
you got a lot of free time on your hands.
so many games.
Oh, girl, move on.
Go take a walk.
This guy, he's still in your head. Why you renting
Yep.
him space in your head? Let him go.
Go plant a garden. Do
Poop
something.
behind a bush.
Poop behind the bush. Yeah. Just take your sock.
This confession says, I used to believe the anatomically correct name for my genitalia was called giblets.
Aw.
Then I went to the doctor a few months back, and they burst out laughing whilst I was describing what I thought was testicular cancer. I thought that was rather unprofessional, but what do I know?
I like when doctors laugh every now and then. It shows that they are human.
So I
I
got
know,
to
but
paint
they
in my
laugh-
giblets.
They're laughing at him, though. You
Right.
don't like it when doctors laugh at you.
You're right. You're right. Cancel those doctors.
This confession says, as a child, we weren't allowed to chew gum, so I used to find some on the pavement and eat that.
Oh, my God.
That was a thing. There were some kids that their parents thought gum was disrespectful.
It is. I don't like gum.
Okay.
Well, it's because you don't like it doesn't mean it's disrespectful.
I think it's disrespectful. It looks weird, and you shouldn't be sitting there.
When did you turn 98 years old?
Just meet me.
Yeah.
I think gum's disrespectful if you allow it to be disrespectful.
I don't like it.
That's a weird take. That's an odd take.
This confession says that now and again through work, I'm given people's business cards, and I always keep a couple in my wallet just for emergencies. Just last week, I dinged somebody's car, so as I was seen dinging the car, I took out somebody's business card and put it right under the wiper. That's why they're very handy, huh?
That is some shady biz.
That is some shady biz, no doubt.
I still want to fight Virginia on this gum thing.
I was raised by a mother that didn't like gum chewing. And then it was just reinforced by a bunch of teachers that said it was just, if you were going to speak or do any kind of orator
Well, of course.
stuff, you should never be a gum chewer.
That's not respecting gum.
But
that
I mean,
point.
who doesn't speak in their professional life?
You're right. I hate gum.
This confession says, I made fish for my girlfriend on Friday, and as we were cleaning up, I popped a Viagra for what was about to come.
Oh, my.
Minutes
Did you
la-
tell her?
I don't know. It doesn't say that, Virginia.
you should
I would
tell
hope
her
that this is a, an agreement between the both of them.
I hope so.
Stop derailing Kevin's bits.
Go chew some gum.
So I made fish for my girlfriend on Friday, and as we were cleaning up, I popped this Viagra. Minutes later, the nausea of bad fish hits both of us, and we spend the entire night puking and pooping.
With a bone piece?
I just did mine with an erection.
Oh, man. That is rough.
That's a tough.
That's tough. Poopy cramp with a bone piece?
Oh, that's tough.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's tough.
That is tough.
Gosh, that is a rough Friday night, man. Sorry about that. We appreciate the confessions, though. You can always send them in to us. 877-979-WRMF.